Good plan. They do have Rupture. Very weird. Do you just run at him?
4 axe, like, I don't even know.
I mean, if he just runs right into it, then yeah, that's the way you do it. Lightless gets jumped on, and with the movement over from Lorenov, they're able to find the kill. Man, that's one of those moments where like the early successes end up coming back to bite you. He felt so strong and ends up getting chased down. Now also going to be able to find the kill onto the Oracle into the tower take. Not bad.
And Melee's could just be like, yeah, you see, that was just conditioning. I made you think I was losing this lane.
Yeah.
But I got my buddy Lorenov up here, and that's a hell of a lot of damage there. Doesn't stay committed to the tower. Obviously, no waves coming through there, but very good rotation, and they get a ton of damage on that tower. An easy take on the next one, which will come faster because of the Arcane.
And look at this, Lorenov getting the wave delivered to him by the wonderful Happy, who looked so pretty in that little profile picture of him that we saw on the broadcast earlier. He was smiling, very, very happy indeed. But yeah, that early rotation, 4-1 to start, still less than 1,000 gold lead separating these two teams.
You got a little bit of help from your DP. Not expecting the same from your Shadow Fiend. You know, it's gonna hit.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that they can do at this point, it feels like, to at least punish that, unless they wanted to like make a big run in with runoff or something like that. Not likely they can punish this SH movement to the jungle. Maybe like trying to push out the wave quickly and then popping another exorcism to take mid. But Empire, they come back in time to stop any of that stuff from happening.
I have to ask, are you using the festive winter map right now? I mean, I know
No, I'm not.
Oh, come on, guys.
I haven't even
my favorite
seen it.
time of the year. I love the winter update.
Radiant
It's like the best map.
Wonderful time. Yeah, I don't know. I love sort of winter themes in general, but like whenever there's any other map, I just lose all coordination.
Well, if you guys want to, just tweet at CapCasts, and he's actually there at production. He could get this sorted.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Speaking of being lost and disoriented, this Oracle is in some trouble and just going to get ran down and dunked, and I think that they're going to try and finally finish off this tower. Lorenov, do you use Exorcism here? Doesn't seem like it.
Top tower isn't well at the moment.
Yeah, unneeded. They'll just right-click the tower down. Almost as the Boots of Travel is done on Lorenov as well. Not a great item versus the old Bloodseeker, unfortunately. But for every other reason that you like it on the hero, you know, you kind of got to up for it.
Hey, what are you talking about? You get more TPs. Just TP away from Rupture.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
Easy. Well, we'll see how it goes. They're starting to amass a little bit of a lead here as the differential that's existing with the DP on top, and really the Venge's lack of farm is becoming a bit of a problem. Although, that being said, Ghost Stick is working towards the Saghanim Scepter, and this item is just such a great timing for the Venge.
I love how it's all you can do, right? When you play this hero in this role, you have one play. And it's just buy Ags. I like the value Windlace as well, because you're gonna be spending so much time, right? You fill up all your slots with some items while you build into this massive purchase of Aghanims.
Yeah. Oh, scan. Gonna connect, spotting out that Alberca is in the area, and that gives some info to Ghost Stick to play a little bit more safe at the moment. It's very much just a sit back farm, get your items. SH on this Shadow Fiend, this is going to be interesting to watch. Falcon Blade into the Dragon Lance. I know we've been seeing more Shadow Fiend. Do you like the physical build here as opposed to the more magical one against the Monkey King you sometimes see?
Yeah, what I like here is that, I think he just wants to be like a little bit involved, because they know they want to run at their towers right now, right? They have Boots of Travel. They haven't used their Exorcism in a while, and so I think that he can play really well off of the Rupture and like the big AoE silences using this build. He's just gonna like run in, keep right clicking and everything. It's not so much the one shot as it is like sustained damage during the team fight. That's also another thing related to just like the egg and everything too, where maybe he can be a little bit more involved in securing the fight because he's got that extra range of the Dragon Lance too.
I like that idea a lot, yeah, particularly dealing with that egg early. We saw over here to the side, Lorenov actually stacking up the dire camps and farming them now. Sort of giving an indication of how they can play in this game with that tier 1 tower taken up on the top side, and you know, Empire at this point not having been able to secure their own tier 1 tower down bottom.
Yeah, he's kind of using the exorcism more like the threat of the exorcism, you know, like the classic black hold line.
Yeah.
Instead of just like rushing at towers every time it's on cooldown, because there are sort of two methods to a lot of Death Prophet players where you see them like always prepping their team so that like the instant that it's available, they're using it on a tower. But instead, he's doing something very valuable still, which is just taking away farm from the enemy team, playing inside their jungle, removing the space that they want to put onto the Shadow Fiend right now to really elevate him to that like top net worth slot that this hero kind of needs.
Meanwhile, mid lane, Lightless gonna pull this creep wave back to the right where the rest of his team can get in time to help him out if things get a little bit testy. But the jump onto the Oracle finds him there. Slow down coming, but no go.
Coming pretty deep here, Happy. Whoa.
Yeah, they are all grouped up together. Man, 5 heroes mid right now from Gambit as they're just sitting together. And Empire looking for a way maybe to get in here and fight this? I mean, it's really hard to do that.
Yeah, I feel like you just focus the waves. Like, I don't think that their initiation is looking particularly amazing right now. Like, maybe they'll hit a sweet magnetize or something, but I think overall you just kind of want trying to hold your towers and delay. Just don't be the person who gets picked off, you know, and Happy's looking for it. Sitting on this high ground, holding the Fiend's grip. Ghostic very aware of their position by judging by how he's farming that camp.
Yeah, and I mean, being able to dodge this timing of the axe reveal is huge. Like that is so dangerous. And you can see right now SH playing pretty far over to the side, wanted to go for that DD rune, but not able to go into position to take it. Harry's just hanging on to him, staying off to the side. Ghostic.
Oh no, he's got the board. He's good. He's good.
Yeah, he sees that LS is off to the side farming, and he just feels a little bit safe. They've got to imagine that there's a ward here, right? Surely.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. After the way he plays there.
Middle tower is not safe.
Probably just sending out sentries. Meanwhile, though, SH just walking into tower range and laying into it. Giving him the old outplayed, like, sure, pull my wave. I'll slap it a few times.
I mean, that's pretty good, right? Like, he saw the axe up top. It's works.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Making a given position of Gambit.
What's happened now is that they've waited so long to use this exorcism that now there's an actual concern that if they just exorcism for a tower, then Empire is going to run. Which maybe I just want to use on a roast as well.
That is definitely a danger. Exorcism's popped mid. I mean, if they can get this tower, then that makes the Roach that much more difficult to get at the very least. So that's one nice part about it. But it is going to be tier 1 tower secured and still no towers taken for Empire.
Bottom tower has a nasty
yeah, they're trying to trade a bit of damage down bottom, but they can't even really get that.
SH walks by. They see him. There's nothing there to jump. Thought Durar was a little bit closer, but not going to be in position.
Is near. There's the wave and everything, but they don't quite have the damage. It'd be very risky near that tier 2. Great ward, though. That is very likely to get dewarded this early, I feel. I'm not sure. What angle did he place it? Did he just walk up to the trees and place it on the low ground? Because I don't even think they realized that they were at that spot. So that's why it's just so unlikely you're going to see that. Because they've been controlling that part of the map for a very long time on Empire, right? Doesn't really feel like it's been invaded. Meanwhile, Happy just runs into Ghostic, gets the Nightmare.
Now, there is some help nearby from the Oracle, and doesn't appear that they want to go for the full commit onto that Venge. Right now, 300 gold away, goes in for the taunt. Gonna connect. Do they use the save? They will. Ghostic kept alive for the moment, but the Fiend's grip afterwards, and well, that is a lot committed, but they will get the kill on the Venge.
What's so good here, this is just like what happened mid, though. Like, my concern was that they use everything to, like, win a fight to take the mid tower, but instead they get the mid tower with just Exorcism. Now they get a pick off onto the Venge with just Fiend's grip. They're still holding the egg, they're still holding the Wukong, so there's no, like, freedom for Empire to really move out, and so their only option is still just like, well, we have some map space, let's just keep farming up our items, but...
Right.
Like, there's just so much space right now for Gambit. Surely this is going better for them.
I mean, it feels like it. At least they're the ones that are definitely setting the tempo and, you know, going to get into that next set of items, I would imagine, pretty quickly here. I got a BKB. No, excuse me. Is he going Deso? on the Monkey King. Oh man, all right, this guy's crazy.
Big damage.
I mean, with double BKB coming out on SF and Bloodseeker, I'd be a little bit afraid going straight Deso on Monkey, but if he can get away with it, that would be awesome. Burka, not afraid.
That is interesting. I mean, obviously it syncs up pretty well with the Exorcism, but other than that, I mean, he'll just hit really hard himself. That's always cool. You know, he's got a Brigand's Blade.
That's true.
Dire's top
And
tower
Ghostic,
is
decent
unwell at the
recovery, I
moment.
will say. Not the
Radiant
fastest farming
structures
hero.
have
They
been
spend a lot of
secured.
time just hitting creeps, so that does help out here. But he has the Aghanim, so this is their timing. Empire are now prepared to get a little bit aggressive, right?
Yeah.
Just a little, a
middle
smidge.
tower is under
Let's
attack.
see if they go for it. I mean, they smoke up. And again, this is pre-BKBs, but still a good opportunity in it.
As you say that, though, BKB now finished for Lordov.
Yeah. We'll see if where they want to go.
Look at them stutter stepping. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is so nice.
Oh. Wait a minute.
Where are they?
They got tons of vision. Everybody sees everything. Jump in, catches on to one. Oracle's nearby though. Gets the save off now. Roll afterwards. They got the egg. SH on the complete other side of the fight right now. They blow up one, but will it be enough afterwards? Magnetized Wukong's coming down, and they get the Fiend Grip on to SF. Caught completely alone. Cast one spell that entire fight.
I guess.
With not nearly enough damage, and it will be a 3-for-1 in the end, and maybe into Roche after.
Yeah, he didn't even have to pop his BKB on the Death Prophet.
Do it.
Great start to the fight there. Melee is just jumping in, catching. Yeah, it forces out the False Promise right away, as you said, but then they have the double layer of the egg happening on top. So the False Promise is out, but then the egg is already in play. And so that creates like a pressure on Empire, right? To try and figure out how the heck are we going to take this fight now as this egg is ending. And you pointed out SH, like he just couldn't figure out anything. He's like wandering around the pillar, walking upstairs by himself, and then he just got comboed to death.
Wow, that was a hell of a fight right there for Gambit. And maybe they can get some type of retribution here as they'll find the Monkey King, roll onto him afterwards, brought down pretty low and going to drop. So they get a little bit of retribution.
Is under attack.
So he basically, I'm not sure if they knew the Venge Eggs was up. Because the instant they killed the Venge, they just kind of like ran away. And I felt like maybe they could have killed the illusion at the same time. But either way, I think what happened there is that you're just not thinking of it, right? As the monkey, you're like looking at the heroes, you're like, okay, how can they initiate on me right now? Because you're just looking at the top of like heroes that are dead. And then you get swapped in by a Venge illusion. You're like, oh, right.
Yeah.
She's alive right now.
Yeah, the positioning of him too kind of looked like he wanted to jump away through the trees and get out of there, but heads up play, Ghostic making the move, and it is still right before these BKBs for Empire, but it looks like they made the move towards mid, don't want to go for the full commitment.
Radiant's middle
And
tower
where do you
is
go
not
right now
safe.
if you're Gambit? Do you just try and make another run at it? You don't have Exorcism for another 40 seconds. See what they decide to do.
Regeneration.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
What's Lornov got finished up here? Anything? I'm just chilling the plate now. Always nice.
Smoke up by Melis yet again. The rest of Empire very spread out. Ghostic will get jumped on right at the start here and taking a good chunk of damage to silence the runaway and eventually going to drop. Let's have the illusion in the area. Now the swap back in. Melis maybe in a little bit of trouble as well. Gets rolled on. TSA right on top of two. Gets the stun afterwards. Do they have enough for the kill? Yes. Ghostic right on top of the illusion. Alberta pops the ulti. Turns now onto the Oracle. And another Fiend's Grip with the BKB going. SH is in trouble. Stunned and dead. Fiend's Grip into Supernova stun.
Ignore your email
Oh,
number.
Gambit, make it look pretty.
Yeah. I mean, it got canceled eventually by TSA, but it was too late. Like, even just those couple seconds, right? Because he was trying to pop the BKB to get off the big ulti and force the Monkey King outside of the ring, but great catch there from Happy.
Really well played.
All the Team Roaches, what a support.
Nicely played, indeed. So now they've got Aegis onto this Monkey King, who, you know, that would have been the fight that you could maybe punish the lack of BKB, but, you know, as you said, with the Fiend Script used on SF, there's no chance for the ulti, and this timing that was supposed to be so good for Empire has kind of fallen apart, and Gambit playing it perfectly.
Yeah, they're looking very solid. Honestly, the lead isn't as bad as it could seem. You know what I mean? Like considering how in control Gambit and Monaco felt this entire game, I feel like Empire have done a pretty good job holding on, but it is starting to slip through their fingers here.
Radiant's middle tower may need a hand.
Well, ulti's down. Time for Empire to try and get a punish off. So Burka just not afraid. Throws out that boundless strike and then runs out. Yeah, Empire, they need to get a lot done now while Exorcism's on cooldown. But of course, with Aegis, still, you know, it's not like it's an easy fight if they wanted to take it.
Yeah, Gambit actually kind of give up that tower, and then they still TP everyone back here, and are just like lurking. They don't have their spells, so I'm kind of curious what happened.
Yeah,
I guess they just really wanted to make sure they didn't go for the tier 2, or that there wasn't any further aggression here, but quite a bit of time where they're not really getting any economy on their heroes. Lornov at least did go farm through the top, but this should bounce a little bit back in Empire's favor.
Right. Particularly now if they can manage to take this tier 2 tower, but you can see at the same time it's going to be a pretty big farm up right here from Gambit, trying to pressure their own tier 2 tower in the mid lane now.
Radiant's bottom
And
tower
it looks like this is going to be a pretty quick trade-off. They took Presence Aura affects buildings as well on SH, so clearing through this one that much more quickly as well.
Is gone with the wind.
Considering the state of the game, I'd be pretty happy with this trade.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be towards like the next Roche, I would think, if you're Empire, right?
Oh, Invis SF. Do they have any sentries down? Yeah, they do. All right, never mind.
Radiant's
Thought they could make something happen there.
under attack.
But yeah, I think you just kind of, you try and play out this Aegis, you wait, and then you hope that you can get set and prepped for the second Roche. And I feel like that should be your big comeback moment. So far, things looking pretty good. Keys, I think, to these team fights that they're going to be looking out for is going to be Happy. Like, you're probably going to see quite a bit of focus. Well,
they don't have swap.
He's got no swap, so.
ESA, still looking.
He needs the stone pole, yeah. I mean, I love being Earth Spirit versus Monkey King when you hit those.
Right. Space created.